You probably have to go to art school to be a good artist, right? Find out in today's video. Cody here with Found Atelier, and today we're going to talk about whether or not it's really worth it to go to art school. Before we get to that, if you like to sketch, draw, paint, really anything to do with art, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. That way you can see more helpful content like this in the future. So, you want to be an artist. As with many other careers, most people assume that if you want to be taken seriously, you probably need to attend an art school. In fact, that was the impression I was under when I was in high school and planning what I was going to do in college. Is that really the case though? Well, the general answer is it depends. If you're wanting to go into a specific program that caters to a niche topic such as computer animation, illustration, art education, or graphic design, you probably need to enroll in a program that specializes in that. However, if you are simply wanting to be an art major and make a career selling your work, there's some better options. Today more than ever, students have to be really careful about their college options because, as you probably know, the cost of going to school is crazy. Student loans have just skyrocketed, and it doesn't seem like things are going to slow down anytime soon. For instance, at the Art Institute in Kansas City, a private 4-year art school, 1 year alone of tuition is almost $40,000. And if you include other expenses such as room, board, meals, books, and supplies, they estimate that your total cost of attendance per year is $55,000. That's a lot of money. Let's face it, if you choose to be an artist, you're essentially a small business owner. You're an entrepreneur. Even if you are smart about how you set it up and run a studio, it can be really volatile. Some months you may have all sorts of income, and then you might go 2 or 3 months with hardly anything. It's not a good situation to be in if you've got $100,000 in student debt right off the bat. Even if you get some scholarships or financial aid, with most private schools, you're still going to be in a huge hole. Back when I taught high school kids, my recommendation to them was, instead of being an art major at an art school, go get a degree in business. Anyone can get an affordable associate's degree in business, and you can probably learn just about everything that you need to know from a local community college or a state school for a fraction of the price. I mean, let's be honest, if you're going to go into a career like fine arts where the financial aspect of that is so all over the place, the last thing that you need to do is to have a ton of student debt to your name. Then, while you're doing that, go find an artist that's in the community or someone that you can work with online closely whose work you really like and respect, and ask them if they can give you lessons. Now, you have to be careful with that because not all good artists are necessarily good teachers, but they are out there. You can learn the technical side of things and develop your skills from them while also learning how to run a business. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what school you went to or even really who you worked with. If you're going to try to sell your work, clients are only concerned about the quality of your work. They don't really care where you went to school. If you can execute that piece of art the way that they envision it in their mind, then you are good to go. The important thing is that you need to know how to sell it to them. Now, I know what you might be saying. Well, I really like to do art, but I don't like to do the business side of stuff. And I totally get it. Most people who are left-brained and creative and like to do art type things aren't necessarily wired to be a business person, but you're essentially running a small business, so you need to know how to do that stuff. And if someone just flat out refuses to learn how to do some of those things, then I would say maybe this career path isn't right for them. So with that being said, what did I do? Well, I knew that I wanted to go into art, but I wasn't so sure about just being an art major because I wanted to be able to have a family and have kids and not have to kind of scratch and claw for every penny, at least at the start. So instead of being an art major, I decided to attend a local state school and major in art education because I enjoyed teaching and working with people. So I got a job teaching high school art in schools. While I did that, I worked on building my business skills and learning how to do that and develop my art skills on the side. That way, when I was ready, I could make the jump and open a private studio practice, which is what I'm doing right now. Now I know this is a multifaceted topic, and if you have a full ride scholarship somewhere or have your college expenses paid for, then maybe it's a moot point. Some people, the cost just doesn't really matter. They're really in it for the experience. Nonetheless, I hope this gives you at least something to think about what you might want to do or someone that's close to you in their future. So that's that. If you found this information valuable, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed to this channel and share it with your friends. And most importantly, stay creative, my friends.